Hello everyone, Ceri the Crafter here, that's C-E-R-I the Crafter, and guess what? Yep, it's that time again. It's Margarete Miller time. So, can I remember what number it is? I think it's 43. Is it 40? It is 43, there you go, number 43. Right, I may sound like I'm rushing, but it's about 8:15 in the morning. The sun is rising over there, my window is there, and I'm trying to beat the sun shine coming across my desk. So I thought, right, if I get one done, I found if I do it at 8:30 in the morning, I can get one done in the morning and one done in the afternoon, because I don't like to give you bad lighting conditions unless I have no other option. So these are the prompts. There you go. Right, I think that's in shot there. I'm almost certain that's in shot there. I always stress about that, and I shouldn't stress because it's out of my control because we already tested it. Right, we have a tear ruler, we have a scraper or a smoother, we have glue, I have a scissors, and I've got my old glue book and a new glue book at the ready because I know I'm going to run out of glue book at some point. Now, let's have a little look. Something that represents spring is one of the prompts. Well, I pulled out some tissue paper, and I've got several things in here that I think are spring-like. So we'll see, not sure what I'm going to use on that. Something ornate. Right, went through my stash, I found this, which is pretty darned ornate. I found this bit of jewellery, and I found that bit of jewellery. So I've got ornate pegged, I feel. So that might actually just become an entire page, to be honest. It looks like it might do. So speed is of the essence today, obviously. Something ornate, a shoe. Right, I have a shoe. There you go, I have a shoe. So it looks like a bridal shoe, but it's a shoe all the same. Something stenciled. I thought I might use this stencil, which I love. I've not used it yet, and I'm desperate to use it. I think I might use it just brushing the edges, not the whole thing, just to give the outline of a butterfly. And that's, I don't have many distress inks. I only have oxides, and this is a mini I've got, so hopefully that's powerful enough to be able to use. Tea bag cover, luckily enough, I have one from when we needed them before, so that's that. A bonus picture is a photograph or a portion of a photograph. Well, this is a photograph from a magazine, and this is a portion of a photograph of a magazine, so one of these may actually work in here. I'm unsure because I'm not really sure what is going on. I'm just doing my thing, as they say. I do have a couple of little extra pieces here. I've got this that I found. I thought that's quite sparkly because of the whole ornate thing. And I pulled out a couple of my book page edging things that I made in the latest video. So you never know, they may go on there, and they're quite spring-like as well. So, right, lots and lots of different stuff. Let's crack on, shall we? So, right. First of all, I really do think I'm just going to go for gold and put this on this page. Right, so about there is where it needs to be. Right, so hopefully everyone is doing okay. Believe it or not, I do have washing on the line today. You know me and my washing, it's on the line. I'll save that bit because I might be able to travel it across. So I do have washing on the line today, which I'm quite pleased with really, because we've had some seriously heavy rains and storms the last few days, and it's a bit tricky to get your laundry done there. So sorry, I'm beginning to sound like a domestic goddess or god here, aren't I? Because I'm always doing laundry and stuff like that, but hey ho, it is what it is. Right, I could have taken a touch more off of that one. For those of you who are interested, if you haven't already seen it, about 2 weeks ago I think it is now, I did post my picture of my autumn journal I was working on, so that's up and running, or up and out there, or it's just out there. Thank you for the kind comments on that. I'm glad you liked it. As I said, I don't normally share my journals, but we know I'm going to break with that tradition. I'm going to be doing more journal making and more sharing of journals next year, or this year if time allows, to be honest, but the challenge I'm setting myself is for next year, so I'm only really tied to that one, because I want to take you on the journey of journaling, basically, for all those beginners out there who want to learn different skills, know what the options are, understand a little more sometimes what things are and what they're called, because we in the journaling world have a habit of actually rattling off, corner tucks, top tucks, flips, flips in, flips out, double pockets, triple pockets, bifolds, trifolds, and it's like, what did that person just say? I mean, we're so, and it's not just craft. I mean, as you know, I do cake as well. I think I might save that bit because that bit might just be a really nice tear down there. Let's put that over there. So yes, we tend to do things like that without thinking, and it's not the greatest thing to do really, because you find that you lose people. I mean, I work within the cake world, as you know, and we're equally as bad in the cake world of doing it. We use all these technical terms and abbreviations, but we actually don't explain to anyone what the heck we're talking about. I think I'm just going to go with that across there. I can take that down there and I'll overlap the other page on it. So it looks like I'm giving myself predominantly a white background, really, doesn't it? Let's take that bit off there. So, the fuel trucker thing is sort of sorting itself out. Life for me is sort of sorting itself out as well. I have been filming like a maniac. I'm getting to the point now where I'm going to be starting filming these challenges ahead as well, so I'll be able to get that done and dusted. As I said, I wanted more time to do stuff for me, so hopefully that doesn't sound too selfish, but unless I can do stuff, there's nothing for me to share, so I need to experiment with things and do things and just have fun. I mean, for example, okay, I couldn't find little windows in my local hobby craft shop because they stopped doing the dollhouse section, so I had to make some out of grey board, so that'll look like a window when it's painted up. And then I took a little box and I've done some grey brickwork on it because I'm going to make a little tiny vignette as if it's a witch's house, and then in here will be a witch and some stuff ready for Halloween. So I've yet to get on with that though. As you can see, it's not there yet really. I'm a little stuck for time, but it's sort of that sort of thing that I like to do. Just take on little projects, set them for myself, and then get on with them. I'm going to be trying to do more next year with my my fairy houses, because I make fairy houses out of recycled products and DAC clay and stuff like that basically, and it's something I've done for a while and I enjoy doing it, and I never really, well, I don't film it. I mean, I think there's a couple of really short clip videos of a couple of my houses. I usually make them for things like if I'm doing a television show where it's fairy based or something, I will try and get a fairy house done, although they do take a considerable amount of time to do, and then it will be on the show with me, and I try to put lights in them and things like that. So I will be doing more of them in the future because there's something I like doing, and I'm going to try and work out how I can actually share the process with you guys to the point where I might actually try and make, so I need to turn this around to trim this, I might try and create some templates so that if I'm using grey board, it won't work when I'm doing recycled packaging, unless it's generic packaging I know you can get around the world. I'll try to avoid that, but if I'm making it out of grey board, then what I'll do, or card, I'll try and make templates, so I'll try and make the templates available for you. Not really sure how I'll do that bit yet, because I can't just sort of send them out. Maybe I'll make the templates and put them in my Etsy store, and I'll put them in my Etsy store quite inexpensively, so that if you want them you can just go ahead and download them from there. I don't know, I haven't worked that bit out yet. I haven't even worked out how I'm going to do everything yet. Right, so I've got all of that. I'm just grabbing for things at the moment. Right, she might go there. I want to get the stenciling done, so, and I think the butterfly might go up there. Right, this is a stencil by Visible Image, which you know are one of my favourite companies, and they're not far away from here in Wales from me, and I love supporting them, and I love the quirkiness of their stamp designs and their stencils. So if you're watching, guys, thank you, because I know Mark does occasionally watch. Mark's one of the owners, and I can't remember his wife's name. Sorry, fire me, I'm okay. But I just love their stuff. So look them up on the internet. I'll hold up the packaging in a minute just so you can see the internet address for them. Oh, I didn't think whether this would stencil onto a glossy surface or not, and it is, but it's taking in a very bizarre fashion, so I may have to do the entire butterfly just to give it some coherence. Mind you, it's giving an interesting effect, and it's probably, most of this is probably going to be covered up anyway, so right, let's get that all brushed in. Yeah, loving that. Yay! Do you see what I mean by the quirkiness of their stencils? I love that. Right, that needs to go by. Just need to give this a little bit of a wipe. I do try to clean my stencils when I can. Do I remember to do it all the time? No. It depends on what medium I'm working in. If I'm working with paints or something, I always have a bowl next to me, and a bowl of water next to me, and I usually just throw the stuff straight into that bowl, and then I know at least it's not dried out by the time I finish creating. So let's see. Yeah, if you go www.visibleimage.com, these are the people who actually I have the skull one from as well. Whereas I thought I had a skull on here at some point. In one of these, there's a lady with this. This stamp was from them as well. So anyway, so they're good. I love these guys. Absolutely love these guys. I think his name's Mark Alexander, and I'm really sorry that I cannot remember his wife's name. That's appalling, Griffiths. You need to get names sorted out. Okay, so we've got that. I really like that. Now, I did pull out something else that was quite quirky, which was this. And I think I'm going to put this on the edge of the page there and there. And if I do her there, I don't mind that. I'm going to stick her down. I was a little reticent about putting that down there because I thought if I put something near it, it's going to cover it all up. But I guess I'm not going to cover it all up. I don't mind that quirkiness, you know me. Normal isn't always normal. So push this as far over to this side as I can without covering up too much of the prompts. I haven't gone around here yet because I haven't decided what I want to do around there yet. I don't know whether I might grab a washi or something. I don't know. I'm just going to cut right down the middle here. This has been in the parking lot for absolutely ages, this little bird's house, and I do not know where I got this from. It's obviously from a magazine somewhere, but I don't know whether it was a fashion magazine, whether it was a home and gardens type magazine, whether it was a house style magazine. I don't know, but it just absolutely appealed to me, the little bird's house. It was absolutely beautiful, and I like the colour of it, and if I'm not wrong, it goes perfectly with the tea bag cover I'm using. So, right, let's pop you on there. And this is another trick I actually use in a lot of my other collage pieces as well, is if a piece is too big on its own for a page, I will divide it in half and put it on either side, and then it just looks less. I mean, obviously, because it is less. Right, I've got a bit of a mess of pages. This can go in the box. Right. Yeah, so I split the piece up, and that means it can go across two areas, and obviously it's half the size then, but it doesn't look too big at that point. Right, let's stick you on there. There you go. And I think that could probably be my representation of spring as well as that being my representation of spring. Right, where am I up to? Where are these prompts? Something that represents spring, butterflies and birdhouses. Something that's ornate, that's definitely the background. A shoe, right, a shoe needs to go in now before I forget. I'm not sure about the shoe. I mean, the shoe is the right shoe. I just don't know whether I like it there. My problem is, actually I don't mind it like that. That's a bit quirky. It's not really standing out against the background unless I do that. But that makes this page look really, really heavy. What else is going on here? I've got more ornate, but that, I think that needs to go back in the parking lot. That's just obviously too ornate. I did play around with her. She went on there. Nope, that's way too much as well. Right, I think the shoe needs to go there. This is what's calling to me. My issue is it feels like it's a bit lost, but you know what? A collage should be looked into anyway. Right, see if I can do this without snapping off the heel. Right, let's pull that up and slip that right into there. Have I stuck that over the edge? I have stuck it over the edge. Move it in. That's the joy of glue stick. You can slide stuff around to reposition it. Right, so something ornate shoe, something stencil, got it, tea bag cover. Right, I have the tea bag cover. It feels like it needs to be up more. Right, I don't need it this big. Because I'm not making it into a pocket, because I think I've done that before. So I'm just going to trim this down so I've only got one layer. So, oh, it was peppermint tea. I quite like peppermint tea. It's funny, I go through phases of liking herbal teas and not liking herbal teas. I can't say I always drink them, but I do drink them occasionally. Right, I am going to put this up here. See, that looks like it, but something else could go there. I'm going to use art glitter glue because obviously it's a plastic type packaging, and I'm not overly sure whether glue stick would hold it. And with anything else, if it comes off in the course of time, I'll just stick it back on again. Just give that a bit of a smush down with my smoother. Right, that's that prompt on there. I think I should really have pulled out more butterflies, but we'll reach for a tin because I've got a tin. So, right, so something that represents spring, that and that. Something ornate, definitely ornate on the page. Got a shoe, got a stencil, got a tea bag cover, and I've got a photo. So basically we've done it. So all I need to do now is actually just look at the other pieces I've got and see whether I want them on here somewhere. I wish that wasn't such a straight line. Which I'm wondering whether I need her at all. Sorry lady, you may be for the chop. I quite like that look. That's just... Sorry, did that hurt? I hope it didn't. So there you go. I like that. And I equally like it down there as well. I think down there is where it's going to go. I do need to straighten this up ever so slightly. As normal, I cut it on the wonky. Let's fold it over so I don't get glued into that. This looks a bit like whipped cream or ice cream, so maybe that could represent spring as well. There you go. Let's just line that up along there. Now, although this lady's been cut off, does she need to be abandoned totally? Actually, I think if I cut around this bit, it won't look as peculiar. Hopefully I'm in shot. I'm getting into a really bad habit about forgetting about the camera, which is not good really, because you're on it and then you want to see things, and I want you to see things, or I wouldn't be doing it anyway. I think I'm just going to lay that there, or lie that there, because I'm unsure. I did like the thought of adding some of my trims in here, but I don't know whether actually that one would work in there. I think I'm going to put that in there because it's my collage and I'll do what I want. Going to use art glitter glue though because it's going on to different surfaces as it goes along. There is a video on how I make these, by the way, out of recycled book pages. I think the playlist is called What to Do with Old Book Pages or something like that. Anyway, take a look at that. There are videos in there for how I've made these. Let's just slip that in there. Just slide that down a bit. That just adds a bit more interest on the page. Snip off that thread or I'll be catching it on everything. Right, do I want another piece over here? I would quite like something by there. This feels a bit too long though, so if I just snip that little bit off, won't be wasted. That's now a snippet. And if I put that on there, that gives me a nice little bit of detail and carries the design across. So yes, life is going ahead full speed here. As full speed as I can get at the moment. I'm really enjoying the fact that I'm not doing TV at the moment because that's given me so much more time, as I said, to be able to work on stuff that I enjoy and for you guys. Not that I don't enjoy TV, I do, but I also want to be able to do me, if that makes sense. Maybe she can go up there. I don't know. I'm really thinking I want something else there. Right, I did pull this out and I'm unsure. Wonder whether you can tear this stuff. That'll be interesting. We'll put the lid on the art glitter glue because you know how that goes. Right, I wonder whether I can tear this. About half of it. This may not work, guys, because it's quite a thin bit to tear. Okay, it did tear. It's not the easiest to tear, but it tore. I think I'm going to put a strip of that across there. I'll find my scissors. And I may well put a strip up there as well. So this is definitely going to have to be an art glitter glue thing because this is a slightly shiny craft card. But I thought, where else am I going to use something that's sparkly if not on an ornate cue? Prompt, whatever I'm calling them nowadays. So, I think what's really interesting too is I've seen quite a few people who are just starting this challenge for this year. They've seen other people doing the challenge, they've really enjoyed it, and I mean this challenge isn't time sensitive. I mean, yes, it is supposed to be for each year, but to be honest with you, you can do what you want when you want it. I mean, we keep saying that, it's like it's your art, you do what you want when you want it. And they're just starting it, and I think that's absolutely wonderful that you're starting now, basically. So there are people out there who are just starting this challenge. The benefit they've got, of course, is Scrapbox, is they've got the advantage of looking at everyone else's inspiration before they even do it. So I purposely didn't want to do that because I wanted to explore my own creativity and not be influenced by anyone else's process. I mean, I do watch other people's, don't get me wrong, absolutely watch other people's, but I watch them after I've posted my own so that I know that I can't go back anyway because once it's done, it's done. But I've done it in such a way that I haven't been able to be influenced by them. Right, there's a few gaping holes on this one. I've decided not to use the tissue paper because I think it would just be too much. There are one or two little spots here that I quite like the thought of putting something into, and I'm thinking maybe if there's a delicate spring flower, a little one that could go in there, I'd be happy with that. Right, I need to renew my flowers. I'm so lacking in flowers now. I use them a lot and that's kind of what I was thinking of. Let's slot you back in there. But I just haven't got round to doing washi stickers for flowers. That looks perfect there. Right, let's see if I can get the back off this. Yay, it's a good day, people. Ceri got the back off the washi sticker. Pity I can't do that with normal stickers. Right, let's pull this in. As you know, I don't trust washi further than I can throw it. Not that anyone's ever thrown washi. Well, they may have thrown washi, actually. I mean, there's been times when I've been tempted to throw washi, I can assure you. Right. Let's put that on there and let it fall where it falls. That's the trick, is if you're doing a sticker of any sort, basically let the sticker lay itself down, because if you try and force it to be somewhere, you're going to have a crease or a crinkle in it. Right, loving that there. I think that's enough for florals. I do think a butterfly needs to go up there. I pulled the butterflies out yesterday. I think I'd be so surprised if I got a butterfly that's this colour. I'd be pleasantly surprised if I got a butterfly this colour. Right, these are the really big butterflies, so bear with me while I root through this tin. Yes, I thought there's nothing in it. I mean, I love that one. I do like that one. I'm going to leave that one to one side just in case, because I know what will happen. I'll go, oh, I really like that butterfly, and then I won't be able to find it. Right, there's a smaller version of it in there. I don't want pink. I know I don't want pink. Not because I don't like pink. We've addressed that issue before. I do think it needs to be a bigger, but I'm just going to go with that butterfly. I know it's the wrong colour blue, but I like that butterfly. So let's put that butterfly on and then see if I can rectify the colour in some way by finding something else that's kind of that blue so I can balance it up. Please don't rip the wings off. Please don't rip the wings off. Oh, that was lucky. Right, let's pop you in there, Mr. Butterfly. And remind me to draw the antennae in later. Right. A little bit of glue on that. Right, I need to find something else blue. Oh, I forgot about her. She sat up there. Well, I wonder whether... You know, that's just quirky enough for me. Right, you're going on there, lady. You've just been given wings. I completely forgotten she wasn't stuck down. Yeah, it was meant to be, people. It was meant to be. So she's going to be stuck right by there. That works beautifully. Love that. I still need to find some blue though. I just want to put some blue down there. Because if there's something I tend to do a lot, if you've noticed me doing it, is I like to balance things. I mean, there's no more pink on this page, but arguably her lipstick is pink. And I quite like that pop of something there. Right, I thought I saw blue delphiniums in here somewhere. I did see blue delphiniums in here, but I'm wondering whether they're blue enough. They're sort of grey, aren't they? I mean, if there isn't blue, there isn't blue. I mean, we're not going to beat ourselves up. That one's got blue on it. I'll come back to these. Actually, a bird would make sense, wouldn't it? If I got a bird with blue on it, I'd see a flash of blue in here. The kingfisher, and that's about the right colour blue. I can't imagine a kingfisher would actually live in there. No, that's not going to be the right one. We're not doing a kingfisher. Maybe there just isn't something blue to go in there. Yeah, I don't really have anything that's blue, which is a surprise because blue is one of my favourite colours. So there's none of these are blue, are there? There's a purple. I could get away with a purple maybe. These are the things I make, by the way. You know, a while ago I bought a set of... I shall like that one better than that one. I bought a set of, what are they called? Frisker scissors. And in that set, the one I was really looking for was the postal or the stamp edge. Well, that's what I make these with. So I get a bit of cardstock, usually recycled cardstock or book pages. I then stick on the front napkin or tissue. I then cut around the edge. You can do it with pinking scissors, which is what I used to do. I so need to get this book sorted out. Right, I've got blank butterflies in here, but none in the shade of blue that I was using. I don't want to use a T card. Or are you the right colour blue? I think I'd rather have that. I'm not going to hunt any further. I'm just going to make a decision, and that's going to go down there. Does look a bit out of place, though. See, I've just doubted myself here. Let's go back to these butterflies and see if I can find one that doesn't have to be a huge butterfly, just needs to be a butterfly. Am I just trying to do too much? Is this the question? Should I just let it be? Well, that's pretty much... I just don't like the white borders around it. And again, it just doesn't look like it fits in. I think I might just leave it be. Because if I start introducing browns or something, then I'm going to have to balance the brown up. And before I know it, I've got stuff all over the place. Right, I think I do like this though. Maybe, wait, let me just play around with the positioning of this. Maybe it is okay to use this. It's just where I was putting it. Like putting it by there doesn't bother me, because it sort of ties in with this. Right, that's where I'm going to put that. And then I think we're going to call it done. How are we doing? Just over half an hour. That's not bad. I'm trying to be a little quicker with these videos. So, there you go. For no other reason, no one's complained about the length of time I take to do them. It's purely me wanting to maximise my filming time in a day. That little bit's going to just annoy the hell out of me unless I get rid of it. Maximise the time I've got in the day to film as many as I can possibly film. Right, I think we already checked that I've got everything on the page, but let's just check I've got everything on the page. So, something that represents spring. Butterflies come out in the spring, flowers come out in the spring, those flowers in the spring, that colour is very spring-like for the bird-like. Something ornate, you've got ornate definitely in there. A shoe, we've definitely got a shoe. Something stencil, that's big and prominent, it's a stencil. Something, a tea bag cover, I've got one of those. I need to trim these threads. A photo or a portion of a photo, that was this young lady here. So, right, I think we're done. Right, let's pull this in so you can get a real good look at it. I do feel that's a really big expanse of space. It just seems like a really big expanse of space. Let me have a quick look through here. Let's see, I wonder whether I can just... No, that will be overkill. Right, just have a quick look through here and see if anything just jumps out at me that could go into that corner. Oh, I've got another one of those. Is that in keeping? Oh, I wonder. Does that look peculiar? No, I've used this butterfly like in the last 3 collages. Sorry, I've gone quiet, guys, because I'm trying to desperately think of what is missing. And I don't actually know what's missing. Let's leave that up there a second. I don't know, maybe there's something in that. Oh, actually, bees. Bees come out in the springtime, that's... I wonder... Maybe if I tore it down a bit. You know when something just isn't right and it just bothers you? I'm at that stage. No, I'm just trying to make things fit. I think I really need to go stop But thinking I need to do that and actually doing that are two different things, aren't they? Oh, there's a stick of a bird. No, that's just me using stuff again. Right, I'm still rooting through this thing over here, guys. Actually, a postage stamp. I've got postage stamps. Whether I can find a floral postage stamp. That's florals, I think. Sorry, I used to keep all my stamps in a big folder, and then I struggled so hard to get them in out because I've got big hands. I just decided to, you know, I'm just going to do it this way. And it means I can just pull the whole lot out because I have a lot of stamps, but I don't have that many stamps. Right. Let's have a quick look through. That would be quite pretty. I'm thinking, my brain is thinking anyway, 3 stamps in a row going downwards. I'm just pulling out ones that just catch my eye at the moment. I seem to be erring towards roses, however, and I seem to be erring towards the colour pink. Probably because of the butterfly, to be honest. Although argument is that really pink or is it peach? Right. Let's take those out of the way. Right. I think if I put something like that across there. Actually, I've got 2 of these. I don't mind those. So I've gone a bit quiet, haven't I? That and that out of the way. I quite like that one. I do like these, but there's no purple. I think maybe, oh, what's that one? That's a bit, no, I don't know what that is. Right, I think we're just going to do the one stamp up there. Let's move that out of the way. And that out of the way. Grabbing my glue book and stick this down before I procrastinate myself into a corner where I can't function anymore. Right. Stick you by there. But that just gives it a little more interest up in this corner. Okay. I am going to call that done and dusted. Let's put the lid on the glue stick, because that's another thing I'm notorious for not doing either. So, it is fully in shot. Let's take that out of the way. Oh, all the stamps just fell on the floor. Fabulous, Griffiths. Okay, hope you liked that one. We did cover all of the prompts. Again, a bit of an eclectic mix, but then collage to me is eclectic mix. These do feel like 2 separate pages. They kind of don't tie in with each other, but then you know what? I'm okay about that, I think. I'm wondering whether actually I might put that down there. That might pull the stamps across. See, I'm terrible, aren't I? I just can't let it go. If it doesn't feel right, I just have to keep working at something. I do think that needed something down there anyway. Right. And that sort of pulls in those flowers as well. So, right, we're definitely done now, people. Okay, well, thank you for joining me on this. This was number 43. Who knew? We're into single figures now, guys. I think we've got 9 more to do and we're done with the year. And then I'm actually considering 2 bonus videos, which I won't tell you about until I'm closer to the time, because I'm not sure whether I'm going to be having time to do them, but I'd love to. So this is me. This is where you find me. These are all my social media links, my website. Love you to like me, share me, subscribe to me. Positive comments are always welcome. Love to hear from you guys. I'll do my best to answer whenever I can. And this is me. I'm Ceri the Crafter. That's Ceri the Crafter. And I'm saying goodbye now. Bye-bye.